Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I think I can go ahead and get started. So, first of all, let me ask you, how is it coming along so far? Easy, hard, interesting? Who thinks it's interesting and easy? Nice. Yeah.
I let it speed. So.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
it's not case, it's time.
Oh, sorry. Thanks. So what we have learned so far is all here. Excuse me, today my throat is not good. So we started with the dimensions of a noun, and we said every noun has 4 dimensions. The first one is case, and we said there are 3 cases: nominative, objective, and possessive. And then what we did was we categorized all the nouns based on case. And we said there are 3 categories. In first category, we have tanween in the i'rab. The haraka on the last letter is either 2 dhammas or 2 fathas or 2 kasras. In the nominative case, it brings 2 dhammas. In objective case, it changes to 2 fathas, and in the possessive case, 2 kasras. Okay, this is the first category, and most of the nouns fall in this category. Then the second category, and the identification is that the i'rab does not have a tanween. Okay, so what does it have? It has a dhamma in the nominative case, and it changes to fatha in the objective case, but does not change afterwards. It stays at fatha in the possessive case. And the third category is simple, because there is no rule as such, except for just one. So whatever the word is here, it will remain here and will remain here. So that was the case. But we did not see when should we bring what case. Right now we were just trying to familiarize ourselves with all the cases, okay? When we study the rules, then we'll see which form to pick up. The second dimension is gender. So a noun must be either masculine or feminine. There is no such thing as it in Arabic. So every noun, whether it has a gender or not, will either call it masculine or feminine. And the rule is that we identify feminine. If we can know that a noun is feminine, that's fine. Otherwise, we'll consider it as a masculine. And so in case of feminine, there are some which can be guessed. Okay, and among them are some real, some are those nouns which correspond to objects that have real gender, and some are those which are unreal. But for both of them, these 3 identifications are there. So if a word ends with circular ta, we will guess it to be feminine. It could be real feminine. For example, real, I would say khalatun. Okay, it has circular ta, so it is real. And could be unreal as jannatun. Okay, so these are the 3 identifications for a feminine, for a guessed feminine. And then there are other feminine nouns that cannot be guessed, and among them are, some are real, for example, ummun means mother, and some are unreal. For example, ardun, earth. Okay, it does not have a gender, but it is feminine because Arabs call it feminine. Now, third case is number. Arabic is unique because it has a dual in it. All other languages that I know of, they have only singular and plural. But Arabic has dual also, so 1, 2, and 3 plus. So let's first see how we make dual from singular. And the rule is the same for both masculine and feminine. What we do is, in the nominative case, we append this combination at the end of the word. Ani in nominative form, and in possessive form, aini, and in objective form, aini, and possessive form, it remains aini. So we'll remember it as ani, aini, aini. That is for the dual. Now when it comes to plural, there are two kinds of plural. Broken and not broken. Or you can call it complete. I don't know if that's the right word, but we can keep it like that. So broken plural, and here I would write it as PB, short form, plural and broken. And plural broken are those in which the letters of the singular word, their sequence gets broken. Okay, either you remove some letters, or you add some letters, or you change their sequence. So that's why we call it broken plural. For example, from kitabun, we say, what do we say? Kutubun. So it's a broken plural because one alif is removed. So for them, we don't have particular rules, but there are some patterns, around 20 patterns, which they follow. But we're not going to study those right now, maybe sometime later. So for now, we will remember them. The other is complete plural, in which the singular word remains intact, and we add something at the end. And for masculine, the rule is that we add una in nominative form, ina in objective form, and ina in possessive form. So we'll remember it as una, ina, ina. Okay. But here it is important to note that the rules for dual were the same for both masculine and feminine. But when it comes to plural, rules are different for complete plural. The rules are different for masculine and feminine. For masculine, it is una, ina, ina. And for feminine, it is atun, atin, atin. Okay. Now, this is called complete plural. But it is important to note that if there is a circular ta, it does get deleted because it is at the end and it gets deleted. We still call it complete plural. Okay, and then the fourth thing is kind. In terms of kind, a noun would be either a common noun or a proper noun. Proper noun are names of persons or places, okay? Like Makkatu, like Muhammadun, Zaydun, and so on. And then common are common nouns. Actually, I think the better words are for definite and indefinite. When it comes to other names, like which are not the proper names, the better words are definite and indefinite. So indefinite would be for example, a book, right? And definite would be the book. So the identification for indefinite noun in Arabic is that it has tanween in the i'rab, okay, most of the time. So here, kitabun, it's an indefinite noun. It would mean a book. Okay, and the identification is this tanween. Now when you want to make it definite noun, when you want to make it the book, what you do is, this is the rule. What you do is you pretend alif lam al in the beginning. So you say alif lam plus you use the word whatever that indefinite noun is, and you remove the tanween. It is very important that the tanween, which is two dhammas, two fathas, two kasras, all of these are called tanween. They cannot appear with alif lam. Okay, if a word has alif lam at the beginning, tanween cannot come as i'rab. They don't go along. Actually, they never go along well. So they are mutually exclusive. So what you do is, from kitabun, you make al-kitabu. How? You added al in the beginning, and then kitabun, and you removed the tanween. So it became al-kitabu. Okay? This is the rule to make. Yeah, and then we also, I think for summary it is okay. And now since we were studying kind, so we'll study this thing in more detail one more time, and then we'll move on. So this is what we have covered so far since we started this class. This is all what we have covered. And here is the table for you. So for both masculine and feminine, singular as well as broken plural, it can have a tanween as i'rab, and in the nominative form, if it is two dhammas, it will become two fathas in the objective case and two kasras here, un and in. And then in the second category, it will be u, a, and it will be both for male and female, singular as well as broken plural. For dual, masculine and feminine, the formula is ani, aini, aini. And for masculine, complete plural, the formula is una, ina, ina. And for feminine, complete plural is atun, atin, atin. Alright? So this is the table that you will remember in order to make all the forms of a noun. And let's do that for now once. Give me a word. So that will become clear from the example. Give me a word, any word. Maybe salihun, if you're not giving. Salih. Salih means righteous man. Okay, salihun. So now we're talking about male first, okay? So let's talk about male first. And let's say singular. This is singular. So salihun. What will it become here? Salihan, right. And in possessive case? Salihin. Okay, so that first row, un, an, in. Okay. Now I am going to make it dual. So pick the line for the dual, and it's same for male and female. So what should it become here?
Salihani.
Salihani. And here? Salihaini. Excellent. Salihaini. And here? Salihaini. Yeah, it's the same for both objective and possessive. Okay, simple? Now, in plural form, and since it's masculine, and we are going for complete plural, okay? So it would be salihuna. And here it will be salihina. And here salihina. Okay? So these are the 9 forms for masculine. Now let's make the 9 forms for feminine. So what's the feminine of salihun? What was the rule? That we put fatha on the last letter and add a circular ta. So it will become salihatun. And here it will be salihatan. And here salihatin. Now what's the dual? Salihatani. And here salihataini. Salihataini. Now complete plural for female. What would it be here? Salihatun. Right. Here Salihatin, and here Salihatin. Okay? So now let's translate, try to translate. This will be, what is this? A righteous man, because now we will also consider the kind, okay? And these all are indefinite, okay? So a righteous man, this is any two righteous men. Any number, and these are plural, okay? So we'll say any number of any righteous man for now. So this is a righteous woman, any two righteous women, and any number of any righteous women, okay? And now what we can do is, we can make the definite from these. So these are 18 forms, and when we convert each one of these into definite, we'll get 18 more, and that would be all the forms that we can have for this word. So what would it be here? For masculine, singular, yes. From salihun, what will you make? As-salihu. Okay? We added alif lam and we removed the tanween. From salihun to as-salihu. And what will it become here? As-saliha, as-salihi, and here as-salihani, as-salihaini, as-salihaini. Here as-salihuna. Here as-salihina, as-salihina. Okay? And now for feminine. Singular, dual, plural. As-salihatu, as-salihata, and as-salihati. Then as-salihatani, as-salihataini, hope you're following it, right? And here as-salihataini. And plural, complete plural would be as-salihatu. Again, the tanween would be removed from here. As-salihati and as-salihati. Alright, so these are all the 36 forms from one noun. Okay, but there is nothing beyond this. Okay, these are the maximum forms that a noun can have. And as we can see, they differ in meaning. This is the righteous man. Okay, this was a righteous man. And this is the righteous man. This was any two righteous men. And this is the two righteous men. These were many righteous men, but they were indefinite. They could be any. These are the righteous men. Many, the righteous men about whom we are talking about, who are definite. This is the righteous woman. And these are two righteous women, but definite, and many definite righteous women. Okay? But the key is this table. If you remember this table, and you remember the rule that when you add alif lam, you remove the tanween, so you could make this table for any word. Okay? Alright? So should we do a little exercise like the one we did last time? Let's do it. So we have some word here. Kafirun. Okay. Zalimun. Mushrikun. And then maybe here. Sadiqun. Kadibun. And then, okay, for now, Jahilun. So kafir is disbeliever, or the one who denies, or the one who is unthankful. Zalim is unjust or cruel. Mushrik is polytheist. Sadiq is truthful. Kadib is liar. And Jahil is ignorant. Okay? Now, from kafirun, and I'll ask each one of you. So let's start from Han. From kafirun, make a complete plural for feminine in possessive form for definite. So it is complete plural for feminine in possessive form for definite.
Al-Kafirati.
Excellent. So it is al-kafirati. So how he did was that he went here, because I'm asking about feminine, complete plural. So he picked this thing and changed kafirun to kafiratin. And since I am asking about definite, he added alif lam at the beginning and removed the tanween. So it became al-kafiratu. Ti, sorry. Okay. Now, who's it? Oh yeah, Hazrul. From Zalimun, you have to make a dual for feminine in objective form and keep it indefinite.
Walimatayn.
Walimataini. Look, he didn't take long. Okay. What he did was, it was feminine. So first he converted it into feminine, so it became Walimatun. And then since it was dual for feminine, he went here, and the rule is same for both masculine and feminine. What he did was appended this thing at the end of Walimatun. It becomes Walimataini. And since it is indefinite and the table is also for the indefinite, he had nothing more to do. So what it became? Walimataini. Okay. Now it is Azad. From Mushrikun, make a complete plural for masculine. And the form should be objective, and make it definite.
Al-Mushrikina. Al-Mushrikina.
Al-Mushrikina. He also didn't take long. Al-Mushrikina. Because this is male, so you don't have masculine, you don't have to convert it to feminine, and you are going for plural, complete plural in objective form, which is here. Okay, so just from mushrikun, he made mushrikina, and since I'm asking about definite, he appended an alif lam with this, and it became al-mushrikina. Okay, now it's the turn of Ali Beg, and we will go for feminine, dual in the nominative case, and definite.
As-sadiqani. as-sadiqatani.
Excellent. As-sadiqatani. So what he did was, since it's a feminine, he first converted sadiqun to sadiqatun, okay, to make it feminine. And since it's dual, and the rule is that and in the nominative form, we append ani at the end. So sadiqatani, and it is definite, so he added alif lam. There is no tanween, so he doesn't have to remove it, and it became as-sadiqatani. Now, Hazwan. From kadhibun, let's go for masculine, dual, possessive form, and keep it indefinite. Not plural, it's dual. And possessive form. Kadhibaini. Excellent. So since it's already masculine, you don't have to convert it to feminine. And we are going for dual in possessive form, which is this thing. So he appended this at the end of kadhib, so it became kadhibaini. And I'm asking for indefinite, and this table is already for indefinite. Nothing more to do, so it is kadhibaini. Okay. Now, what's your name, brother?
Afif.
Afif. Okay. So now Afif will tell us about this, and it would be masculine, plural in nominative form and definite.
Al-jahiluna.
Excellent. Al-jahiluna. This also has a broken plural, okay? This word also has a broken plural. Some words have both complete as well as broken, so it's fine. Jahiluna is fine too. But broken plural is also used, but that's fine. Okay, so what he did was, it's already masculine. He wants plural in nominative form, so he went here for masculine, okay? So it was una at the end, so he's made it jahiluna, and he appended alif lam to make it definite. And there is no tanween, so nothing to worry about, and it is al-jahiluna. Okay, excellent. Hope you guys are enjoying the exercise, huh? Are you? What's your name, brother?
Firdaus.
Huh?
Firdaus.
Firdaus. Oh, so you are the graphics designer or the cameraman? No, that's another
different
Firdaus?
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same name.
Same name. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. So what you will do is you will make feminine dual in objective case and definite. Yes. Excellent. Al-kafirataini. So the word will become al-kafirataini. Excellent. It's a feminine, so you changed it to feminine, it became kafiratun. And then you saw the table for dual in objective case, which is this, aini. It's the same for both masculine and feminine. So you appended this at the end, so it became kafirataini. And I am asking about definite. The table is for indefinite, so you appended alif lam. There is no tanween, so nothing to remove, and it became al-kafirataini. And now the sister will tell us for this. Okay, so let's do masculine dual, possessive case, and let's keep it indefinite. Ghalimaini, excellent. It was since it's masculine, so we don't have to convert it to feminine, and we are going for dual in possessive form, which is aini. So it became Ghalimaini, and indefinite. The table is already for indefinite, so it remained Ghalimaini. Okay, for mushrikun, who's next? Afroz. Let's make feminine in objective case and complete plural and definite. It's plural, complete plural for feminine in objective case and definite. Al-mushrika tin. Yeah. Okay. So is it right? Others tell me please. Al-mushrikatin. Is it correct? What's wrong? Tanween. These two things can never come together. Okay. When there is an alif lam, tanween has to go. So what it will be? Al-mushrikati. And that would be correct. So you were close. So, but this is important to remember that alif lam and tanween can never come together. Okay. Now for Brother Hamad, let's talk about masculine in possessive form and maybe plural and definite. Oh. As-sadiq. As-sadiq. Okay. It's plural. It's not dual. So if you tell for dual, it would be as-sadiqaini, but this is as-sadiqina. So that's the difference. You see, as-sadiqina. It's the same word. If I say, as-sadiqaini, it will become two righteous men. Okay? So only these two changes can turn it into something else, right? So, but now it is as-sadiqina. So basically the idea is that you should be able to transform a noun based on these all four dimensions. And similarly, if there is a word, for example, if I tell you al-mushrikatani, so you should be able to tell me all four things about it. What are those? It's feminine. What else?
Definite.
Huh?
Definite.
It's definite. It's dual. And it's in the nominative case. So you can tell all four things from the word. And it's very important to know this thing. Because when we talk about rules, then we won't care about these things, then we won't spend time on these things. That's why we should be very good at these now, so we should practice more about this thing now, and so that we don't spend time later on. We just say that we'll bring this form and it will come at once. Okay? Now, there is one interesting thing here, that when we say al-mushrikati, we pronounce this lam, okay? We say al. But when we say as-sadiqina, we don't say al-sadiqina. We say as-sadiqina. So when to pronounce lam and when to keep it silent, I said that it depends on the first letter. And there are two categories. Which are those? Shamsiya and Qamariya. And what were the Shamsiya words? Shamsiya letters actually, sorry. Al-Huruf al-Shamsiyatu.
They are known.
So the rule was that if you write all if you write all and you underline from here to here, from dal to taza, and you underline these two and this, these all are Shamsiya. Okay. So if a word starts from any of these, you won't pronounce lam. Okay. For example, if it is sadiqun, now Swad is one of these. So when you add alif lam, it becomes, lam is silent. So all the emphasis will go to Swad. So we add this shadda here. So it will become as-sadiqu. Okay? But if the word is, for example, mushrikun, and we add al, now this is not in these, okay? So we will pronounce this lam, so we'll put sukoon here so that we could pronounce it. So we'll say al-mushriku, okay? But you don't have to remember this. I think with practice, you know, if you have been reading Quran, you know when to pronounce lam and when not to. But as a rule, you can remember this, okay? And then there was another thing that I said, which was that for second category, here, second category, we don't bring kasra in the possessive case, okay? For example, if this is masajidu here, what will it be here? Masajida. And here? Masajida. Okay? But there are two exceptions to this. Here, kasra can come. Okay? There are two exceptions. One is that if the word is definite with alif lam. Okay? So it will be al-masajidu, al-masajida, and al-masajidi. Okay. So for second category, kasra can appear in the possessive case if it is definite noun with alif lam. Okay. So that is one thing you can know. And that said, we'll now move on, inshallah. Any questions so far? So this was all the revision, okay? Oh, and one more thing. Now I won't be talking about dimensions of nouns anymore, okay? We've repeated it. I think every lecture I was repeating the whole thing, but I think we've done it enough. And so from now on, I will expect that you know all these things. Okay, I won't start with dimensions of noun like I did. I may put this one table, but that would be it. So you have to remember everything, and I think you know it already. Okay. So let's move on. We've been studying one word so far, okay? It was one word. It could represent plural also, or dual also, but the word was one, okay? So that's called, you can call it single word, okay? And the other which we are going to now study is compounds. Compounds will have two or more words. Okay. This is also called mufrad in Arabic, and this is called murakkab. Mufrad and murakkab. Mufrad is also called the singular words, like sadiqun is also called mufrad. This applies to both number as well as if it is a single word. So you should keep that in mind. But I would use single word for now. And compounds are combination of two or more words. So now we will inshallah study compounds. Compounds have many types. First, there are actually two major types. One is called incomplete or naqis. And the other is complete. Complete is also called a sentence because the meaning is complete. Okay, you can know the meaning, exact meaning, what the person wants to say. So it is also called sentence. So it is said tam, naqis and tam. And this is also called jumla because it's a sentence. But let's study incomplete compounds for now. And incomplete compounds have many types. We will start with simple compounds. This is my name. I have given this a simple name, simple compound. But name doesn't matter. The actual thing is what it does. So in this, what we will do is, we will combine two words and make a compound. But to keep it simple, we will join them with and or. Okay. So and is called wa in Arabic, and or is called aw. Okay, wa and aw. Okay. For example, if I have to say a truthful man and a liar, what will I say? Sadiqun wa Sadiqun wa kadhibun. Now this is a compound. Okay. It is incomplete because you don't know what I'm gonna say next. Okay. So it is simple. Simple compound is simple. That's why I call it simple. You just take two words and you join them with wa or aw. Now if I have to say the truthful man and the liar man, what will I say? As-sadiqu wa sorry. Now here I have to tell you one more rule. So if you have written, pay attention please, after you've written. Okay. So the rule is, and this is not the rule of grammar, this is the rule of tajweed, but it's good to know these rules. The rule is that this hamza of alif lam, okay, let me tell you one more thing. So this is alif and this is hamza, right? But this, and this is also called hamza. Alif with any of harakat is also called hamza. Okay, if it doesn't have any haraka, it will be called alif. Okay, so basically this is hamza because it has a haraka. So the hamza of al is called hamzatul wasl. It's called hamzatul wasl. Okay. What means is wasl means meeting or connection. Okay. So when it is combined or combination, when it is combined with other words, this hamza gets dropped. Okay. When it is combined with other words from behind, for example here. Now we have to combine these. So we won't say as-sadiqu wa al-kadhibu. No, it will get dropped. This hamza will get dropped. We won't even write it. So it will become as-sadiqu wal-kadhibu. We will not say as-sadiqu wa al-kazibu. No, that is wrong. Because this hamza of alif lam is hamzatul wasl. Hamzatul wasl is the hamza which gets dropped when we combine it with the previous word. Okay? So it is as-sadiqu wal-kazibu. Right? Make sense? And there are some other words too which have hamzatul wasl. Let me give you some examples. Ibnun. Okay. Ismun. Imra'atun. Imra'atun. These are three names. Ibnun means son. Ismun means name. Imra'atun means woman. Okay? Their hamza are also hamzatul wasl. So if you join them, they will get dropped. Okay? So, for example, this case, you know, we say Bismillah, okay? Which is actually B Ismi Allah, okay? But we don't say Bi Ismi Allah or Bi Ismi, yeah. So, okay, now, see how things, and also the Hamza of Allah is also Hamzatul Wasl. So what happens is when we join them, this Hamza of Ism gets dropped, and also the Hamza of Allah gets dropped, so it becomes Bismillah. Okay, and so on for these others also. So there are some words who start with Hamza, but their Hamza gets dropped when we combine them from the preceding word. Okay, combine them with the preceding word. And that Hamza which gets dropped is called Hamzatul Wasl. Alright? So the Hamza of Al is Hamzatul Wasl. Now let's see one more rule. And that again is the rule of Tajweed. But it's good to know. Let's say the truthful man or the liar man or first say a. Okay, let's make it a. A truthful man and a liar man. So what will it become? Sadiqun aw, sorry. Aw kadhibun. Because I'm saying or. Okay. Sadiqun aw kadhibun. A truthful man or a liar man. Now let's say the truthful man or the liar man. What will it be? As-sadiqu aw it was al-kadhibu. Okay. But what to do now? We cannot combine it, right? But we said that this Hamza is the Hamza of combination. We have to combine it. So can you think of any way to combine it? Okay, I tell you. The way is that if the last letter of the preceding word is sakin, it does not have a movement, it does not have a haraka, what we do is we change it to kasra. So instead of saying as-sadiqu aw al-kadhibu, we will remove, of course, this hamza because it's hamzatul wasl. So we will say as-sadiqu aw al-kadhibu.
Meaning still same.
Same. So this is the rule of tajweed, basically. If you write it as as-sadiqu aw al-kadhibu, grammar wouldn't object. Grammar would be happy. Because it's the rule of tajweed. But we should know. Okay? So the rule is that the hamza of alif lam is the hamzatul wasl, which will be dropped in combination, and we have to combine it. So when there is a one of these three things on the last letter, we are fine because then we can join, as in this case, wal kadhibu. But when it is sakin, then we will give it kasra. But this giving kasra is not universal. As we said that there are exceptions always. So sometimes we give fatha also. For example, the word is al-masjidi. Okay, let's say al-masjidi. And this is alif lam, okay? So this hamza is hamzatul wasl. Now when I join it with min, okay? Now this noon has sukoon on it. So we have to give it something, some movement. General rule is to give it kasra. But in case of min, we give it fatha. So we say, and this gets dropped. So we say minal masjidi. We don't say minil masjidi. Okay? So there are exceptions too. But generally what we do, if the last letter is sakin, we give it kasra. But in some cases, for example, min, we give fatha. Okay. And now with this, with these instructions, we can start making compounds. So this is khubzun وَمَاءٌ. So khubzun is basically, okay, farasun is horse, sahlun easy, jidarun is wall, tibun means fragrance, smell or fragrance. Ma'un is water. Ma'un, water. And these you may know, but let me give you here maybe. So adilun is just. Alimun, you know, scholar or knowledgeable. And then Hasanun means good or even handsome. Okay, and Qabihun means ugly. Okay. So these are some words which we will use. Have you written them down? Okay, let me write here. Oh, sorry. So first was that khubzun wa ma'un. Then it is al hasanu will qabihu. And then al khubzu wal ma'u labanun aw ma'un jahilun wa alimun. Al jahilu will alimu. Kitabun aw darsun al jahilu aw zalimu al ma'u wa tibu. Okay.
There is another word like also for alif name. Is it for?
Also means or, but it is mostly used in questions.
In that case, I mean, also have that. It follows that rule also. I mean,
Yeah. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Antum a'lamu amillah." Okay. That do you know better or Allah? Here again the word or is used, but now instead of we bring So we'll study it when we go to the questions. But yes, the rule is the same because Allah says, "Antum a'lamu amillah." So it gives kasra. So what would this mean? A bread and water. So now when we don't say the, it would mean indefinite, okay? So a bread and water. But if it is this thing, then what will we say? The bread and the water. Okay. So we have to make this distinction. So this is the bread and the water. Okay. Let's do. So what is this? The handsome. And I'm saying man or masculine because it's for masculine. Just to tell you, or the ugly. Why the? Because it's definite. And here we said the bread and the water. This is milk or water. And these are indefinite, okay? And this is an ignorant and a knowledgeable. And these are again indefinite. This would be the ignorant or, because this is or the knowledgeable. The ignorant or the knowledgeable. What about this? A book or a lesson. This? The ignorant or the unjust. Okay, we have to say the because this is definite. The ignorant or the cruel or unjust. This is the water and the fragrance. That's it? Okay. All right. So it's simple, right? You know the meanings of single words, just join them with wa or au, and translate it like this. These were all singular, right? Now, it could be two. Like for example, I can say kitabani, au darsani. So what will it mean then? Two books or two lessons. Okay? But if it is Muslimuna wa Sadiquna. What will it be?
Muslim men and truthful men.
Muslim men and truthful men. But if it is al-Muslimuna was-sadiquna, so then it will be the Muslim men and the truthful men. So you see, you have to take the single word and whatever that is, if it is definite, if it is plural, if it is feminine, you have to translate it like this, both the words, and then join them with waw or o, and follow the rules of tajweed. Okay, so this is very simple. We haven't learned anything new except the rules of tajweed. So there are some compounds that we can make. We can go other way, from English to Arabic. Okay, that would be interesting. A house and a market. A house and a market. And then we can say a house or the house or the market. The fire and the water. Then we can say a camel and a horse. The book, the two books and the two lessons, and so on and so forth. You can make your own compounds. Okay? Can you do this? Do you know what a house means? We have done these words before. That's why I didn't give you their meanings, because you're supposed to memorize the words, the vocabulary. So house is we said darun or baitun means house. Market is suqun. Okay. The others, I think you should know. Fire is what? Narun. Excellent. So others you should know. I told you today. So. A house and a market. Raise your hands. Who can tell? Han? Any other? All right, Han will tell. A house and a market.
Baitun وبيتون وسوق.
Baitun
سوق.
wa suqun. And he has kept them indefinite because we were looking for indefinite. Now if we have to say the house or the market, who will tell? Al-Baytu? Al-Baytu? Awissuqu. Because this is or, so we will say aw, and since it is Hamzatul Wasl, and this is aw, so we will give this kasra, and we will give this shadda and remove this hamza. So it will become awissuqu. Okay. Al-Baytu awissuqu. And if you remember from previous lectures, I said that we always bring nominative form, okay, unless there is a reason to bring objective case or possessive case. And since we have not seen any reason, we'll bring the nominative case. So the fire and the water system. Okay, al-naru wa al-ma'u. Okay, that is correct grammatically. Okay, al-naru wa al-ma'u is grammatically correct. But is it correct according to tajweed? It has two problems. So, what about noon? Is it shamsiya or qamariya? Shamsiya. So, it will get a shadda. Okay? And we won't pronounce this. No. So, it will be an-naru. Okay? Now, this hamza of alif lam is hamzatul wasl. So, it has to drop. Okay? So, it will be an-naru wal ma'u. So, now it is correct from tajweed point of view also. Okay. A camel and a horse. Haswan?
Jamalun.
Jamalun
Wa faras.
wa farasun. It was simple. You don't have to do anything. The two books and the two lessons. Azad. Al-Kitabani. Al-Kitabani. Wad-darsani. Al-Kitabani wad-darsani, because dal is again shamsiya, so it will have a shadda. And kaf is not shamsiya, so we will say now. Al-Kitabani wad-darsani. Okay? So now you can make your own compounds like this. So think of some, like you have, you know many words, mushrikun, zalimun, kadhibun, sadiqun, salihun. So maybe make the Muslim women many, and or the disbelieving women. So what will it be? Who will tell? Yeah. Al-Muslimatu. Al-Muslimatu wal-Kafiratu. Is it correct? Has just one problem. Two problems. Aw. First problem is it is or, not and. So it will be aw. And since we have to join this with this, and it will get dropped. But if it gets dropped, we can't read it. So we have to give it this kasra. So it will become al-muslimatu awil kafiratu. Okay? And you can make your own. You know the rules? They are simple. And you can make. Now, let's move on. Since we spend most of the time in repeating, and we haven't studied too much today. So let's continue for 5 more minutes. And let's study the other compound, which I called as adjective compound. I'm not sure what's the correct name in English grammar, but we can call it this. As long as we understand it, should be okay. The examples are good boy. Okay. Or you can say righteous Muslim. So what you do is, there is a noun and you bring its adjective. So here it is adjective and this is noun. In Arabic both are adjective. Oh, sorry, both are nouns. But anyhow, now we have to understand how to translate these kind of compounds in Arabic. Okay. Now in English, first comes the adjective, and then comes the noun which we are talking about. But in Arabic, it becomes boy good. Okay. First comes the noun, and we call it mawsuf. Mawsuf. Okay, we call this as sifa. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So sifa is adjective, characteristic, and mawsuf is the one whose sifa is being described, whose adjective is being described. So first we bring mawsuf, and then we bring sifa. So we will say waladun. We will say waladun, and good. Hasan could be good, okay, or nice. So waladun hasanun, but it is not the correct translation. So let's make it a good boy. Now it's correct, okay. Waladun hasanun. Yes.
Do we pronounce it as Walad Hasan?
No, we would say if we stop here, we would say waladun hasan. Okay. As I said, that we only stop at the last word. But in spoken Arabic, you can stop in the middle also. But in Quran, we don't. We stop at the end. Or if we do in the middle also, wherever we stop, we remove we don't pronounce the last haraka. But yeah. So this is waladun hasanun. First we have to bring the mawsuf, the noun whose characteristic we're talking about. And then we'll bring that characteristic, that adjective. Okay. Now there are some rules. First thing we saw that first comes the noun and then its adjective. The second is that this adjective, it follows the noun in all 4 dimensions. So whatever this thing is, this adjective will follow the same shape. For example, if I say the good boy, okay, now I have to say al-waladu, okay, al-waladu. Now when I bring the good Hasan, I wouldn't say al-waladu hasanun. No, that would be wrong. This has to be like this in all 4 things. If it is a masculine, this would be masculine. If it is definite, it has to be definite. If it is singular, it has to be singular. If it is in the nominative case, it has to be in the nominative case. Okay? So it would be al-waladu al-hasanu, and then when it combines, it will become al-waladul hasan. Okay? The good boy. Alright? Now, I'll give you one more one more rule of tajweed and let you go. So qawl means saying. Qawlun, a saying. Azim, we know. What does azim mean? Great. Ma'roof. Ma'roofun means known. Okay. Or it also means good. Ma'roof is known or good. So if we say a great saying, you can know that this is adjective compound because saying is the noun and we are bringing its adjective, which is great. So how would you translate it? You would say, so this is basically a saying, which is qawlun, and then you will bring great, which would be azimun. Qawlun azimun. Okay. A great saying. Now if I say a good saying, what will it be? Qawlun ma'roofun. Okay, so now we have to study one more rule of tajweed, the final rule for today. And that rule says that for some letters, what we do is we join their sounds. We blend in. Okay, their sounds get blend in. So it's called idgham. This rule is called idgham, and that rule says that if the first letter of the word starts with these letters, these are 6 letters. Excuse me. If a letter starts from these 6 letters, if the word, starts with these 6 letters, and there is a tanween or noon sakin before it, then we will join them. Join them with a shadda. Join with a shadda, which is this thing. So now mim is one of these, and before it is tanween. Okay, so we have to join it with a shadda, and this will become qawlum ma'roofun. Lam and mim, you will blend them in. So you will say qawlum ma'roofun.
Okay. So second one.
Ra. R. And to remember these, they have made a word from these letters. You can remember that, yarmalun. It doesn't have a meaning, but just to remember the letters. So they have made a word yarmalun from this. Okay. So if a word starts from one of these letters, and before it is a tanween, which is, what is tanween? These things. Or a noon sakin, then you have to combine them. For example, in Quran, you might have read this. Min rabbihim. Okay? In the Quran. Now let's apply this rule to this. Ra is from this list, okay? And before it is Noon Sakin. So what we will do is, we'll put a shadda here and we'll read it as Mir Rabbihim. We don't say Min Rabbihim. When we read it, we say Mir Rabbihim. So this is the rule which is of tajweed, which is called idgham. Then you join the two sounds, to blend them in. And also, this will also apply on waw. So the words that we were doing before, like sadiqun, wa kadhibun, it should actually be, waw should have a shadda. So it will be sadiqun wa kadhibun. Okay? So you won't say Sadiqun wa kadhibun. You will say Sadiqun wa kadhibun. But that's again tajweed, okay? So don't worry too much about that.